Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, The Blood Samurai. My name is Sam, and today we're back. Okay, can't speak properly already. This is a good start. Back playing more Satisfactory. Last time we played, we expanded the coal, our power plant situation because we kind of had we had too many machines for our power grid to handle, so kind of needed to expand it a little bit. Um, so we did that. Now we should be pretty much good for a while. Um, Kind of thinking like I think we should. Yeah, I think we should be good for a while. I'm trying to decide if I should add another coal power plant, but I don't think I have to do that yet. I won't have to worry about that for a while. So but yes, I think for today we're just gonna kind of just keep doing what we were doing last time. Just keep expanding and growing our factory. Seeing what we can kind of get done and everything. Um, and we'll see where. Why am I not? There we go. Yeah. Other than that, I think that's most of what we're gonna be doing today. Gonna be setting up like a second floor area. Gonna see what we can do about this because I I I want to set up like a decent looking second floor area. Decent. I want the factory to look okay. Like I want it to look presentable. Who am I presenting it to? Absolutely nobody other than you guys, but like, realistically, I just want it to look nice. I want it to be functional, like kind of organized cuz the stuff I build in basically any game never looks that way. So it's like for once I kind of want it to be, decent. Um Anyways, we also need to put down the space elevator. Because after I picked it up last time, I am still yet to put it back down. Um, let's grab that. Is that it? Is that all the resources? It's just the problem of it takes up a lot of space. And I think I said this last time. I don't want to put this in a spot where it's like, oh yeah, this is like never. Like I don't want it to put it. I don't want to put it in a spot where it's like, oh, like completely just away from everything. Um, and the reason for that is because you can automate, like, you can automate it. Obviously, oh my gosh, I don't know why my game is like lagging like crazy. Um, but no, yeah, you can definitely automate resources going into it. Um, Going into the space elevator. So I don't want to like mess that up. Like I don't want to put the space elevator so far away that it's like completely just unrealistic that I could like to be able to move resources over to there. That's not what I want to do. But in the meantime, we can actually get this down. Okay, or not. Really? Hmm. Let me see if I can put this in a better spot, maybe. We can get rid of those. I'll put them back after, but put this in like a better. I mean, it's not perfect, of course, but I'd say that's a relatively better spot than what it was. Okay. Well. Okay, what about instead of doing it like this, okay? Let's do it like this. Where we have it like back. Would this work? Okay, this works. Okay, yeah, this is acceptable. This works. Okay. Yeah, we made it work. We got it working in the end. Um, and we want that to be set to concrete, just like how that one is. Okay. I might want to try researching. Oh my gosh, yeah, my control. Like, I don't know why my game is just like. Hold on, let me. Maybe I need to like close out of some stuff on my computer. Cause my game is just like freaking out for some reason. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever had like controls or whatever in video games where it's like your controls just start like doing their own thing. Like, not doing their own thing, but like they. Let's say if you press the W key and then you let go, it continues like holding, like continues going forward as if you were like still pressing the W key even though you weren't. And I keep having that problem for some reason. And it's usually because like it's like lagging. It's like kind of like lagging behind. I really need to do something about this. I just don't know what to do about this. I mean, I guess what I could possibly do is set up like a second layer, maybe? Like a second floor? Like, I mean, I'm gonna have it like this anyways. The miners are kind of in the way, of course, but that shouldn't be too big. Um, but yeah, like if I have this go upwards, huh? I'm really trying to think what I should do here. Maybe instead. We're gonna try a different idea. We could keep like sending it that way. But I think what I'm gonna try instead is machines just for the time being. There's a miner in the way. So like this doesn't quite work. But which is why maybe going up wouldn't actually be that bad of an idea. But in the meantime, what I'm gonna do is do like this. And then we need to provide power to this. That, that, merger. That go like that. Okay. Yeah, it's not a perfect, plan, but it works for the most part. Trying to think of a bit, because like I want to drain this. I just don't quite know how to handle this resource problem. Really, just don't quite know how to handle it. I think might just have to wait until I get better machines. I mean that's definitely one way to handle it. It's not the way that I want to really handle it, but I never provided that machine with power. I forgot about that. There we go. Still not enough, but it's fine. Okay, so now they both are producing concrete. Again, they're not gonna be like fully efficient, but it's good enough for the time being, I would say. Anyways, yeah, we need to find a spot for the space elevator. I'm thinking about just expanding this part. mean, I don't have enough concrete now to, make the space elevator, but I think I have enough room now. Yeah. As long as I put it in, like... See, yeah, the one part that I don't like about this game is just not necessarily how big the machines are, although the size of the machines is a bit of a problem. But it's just that I wish there was more of, like, a build mode. Like, not... Like, I don't mean, like, oh yeah, like how it is now, where obviously I know we have, like, a build mode. You build things in it, right? I mean more of, like, a mode where it's, like, more of, like, a top-down view, and you're able to, like, it makes, like, a way that makes building just easier, rather than how it currently is. Because currently it's more of just, like, oh yeah, you just have to hope that you place it in the right spot, because it's really hard to line up, and things could get messed up very easily, and, like, currently it just feels more like a mess than an actual, like, build. It's obviously not bad when it comes to, like, normal machines and stuff, but, like, the space elevator, which is absolutely massive, it's a complete pain to try to. There we go. Get these guys back on track. Okay, what stuff can I do in here? Not in the miner, in the space hub. So, you have a chainsaw. See, like, this thing sounds cool. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of, like, how good is this really gonna be? Like, this would be cool, but the problem is fuel. Like, sure, you have coal, but I don't know. And then this thing is just not all that useful. Uh, See, that would be cool. Setting up like a building or something. I think that could be sick. These things would obviously be cool too, but then we need to get into steel production. realistically, this whole place just some update. It kind of is stressing me out. Like I'm trying to have like a vision of how I want this to look, but I just can't. It's like it's not horrible looking. It's just not great. Like if these things are getting backed up, that's becoming quite the mess. Okay, I'm shutting this thing down, and we're gonna redo this. I need to put down some storage containers, 'cause I'm gonna need a lot of space. Because I have a lot of things I need to move. Okay. The miners and stuff, those things can stay. Obviously, can't really get rid of them. Power lines, those are gonna stay as well. Because those are the only thing like in this place that I actually like the positions of is the power lines. That's pretty much it. Uh, Everything else, kind of just a bit of a mess, I would say. Realistically, what I think I kind of want to do, is, well, first of all, I need to put away all this iron ore that I just picked up. Second of all, I think what I kind of want to do is have. I would say let's have, instead of having three per thing, I think we have like two. So I'm thinking like two miners per section. I can't really change the placements of the miners or anything like that, or, but I can at least change how their resources are collected. So, with that in mind, actually, I might put that. That in mind, what we're gonna do is somehow I want to have kind of like two separate spots. If that makes sense. I want to have I want to have one like assembler Okay, because each is so because we're doing iron ingots, and each smelter, each miner does 60, so that's 120. Because all these together would be 240, so two of them would be 120, and so that's four smelters. Now the only problem is trying to like actually set it up correctly and everything. Um, but so we would need four smelters for that, basically. So what I want to do is set up production. Hmm, that's the problem is that this is doing iron rods, which wouldn't normally be a problem, but the problem begins because the belts just aren't fast enough. That's not necessarily the fault of the belts. That's just how the game is, and we have to work around that problem. The workaround is doing a better job at splitting up resources. How you split up resources? Well, that's a good question. Uh, that's what I'm going to be trying to figure out. I didn't mean to dismantle the floor. I'm trying to dismantle these things. Okay. We have this storage container. I don't hate the placement of this storage container, but we're going to get rid of it anyways. Now, the idea for these guys is to have... I want to have these guys as close back as possible. So, like, if I were to put a splitter down, obviously I need to have some room. But, like, I could... Oh, okay, I can't necessarily do a splitter. I have to do a merger first. We'd have to do a merger, so, like, would that work? No. If I put, like, a ramp here instead. And then put, like, a merger going up. Okay, so that would work. And then I'd basically want this to kind of, like, come up this way. I want this to kind of be out of the way as much as possible. Have it, like, kind of, like, wrap around. Like, yeah, something like that. I'd be happy with this. And then have a splitter. Like, that's not gonna work. Yeah, I didn't. Okay, I figured it probably would. Just wanted to get sure. So then go like that. Now, that's not necessarily where I want to have it, but that's kind of along the lines of where I would want it. Now, the only problem is, so that's kind of where I'm gonna have my smelter. Okay, so yeah. Now that I know where I'm gonna have my smelters, now I can kind of do a better job of lining everything else up. Because everything kind of is going to revolve around the placement of my smelters. You know what? If I could move my smelters over by one, I could fit an extra one. Also, I just lost the placements because of that. I shouldn't have done that. Yeah, I mean, I can. I just have to expand this out more. What did I do with all my concrete? I don't know. I'm gonna put some. Oh wait, I have. Oh wait, I'm doing the opposite of what I was trying to do. I'm stupid. Put that in there. And grab stuff, I guess. Okay. So yeah, the plan is basically we're gonna expand this out a little bit. Um, not by much though, because I don't really feel like I need to. I'm actually just gonna do. Instead of doing it like how I was, I'm gonna do it the opposite. I'm gonna have some. Yeah, I'm gonna go right to left instead of left to right. Then yeah, we'll have it like this. So yeah, this is gonna need to be moved a little bit, but basically, I think we'll have 3 for each. It looks like. Actually, I could fit more, but I'd have to move them forward. Mainly just because of the stupid miner right here. If I kind of keep the somewhat general idea, I think I could probably make this work. Because I want to have just enough space to have like the like splitter. But I need to make sure that this is actually in line. Yeah, I know there's an easier way of doing this, blah, blah, blah. I get it. I'm probably doing it a very inefficient way. But if it works, it works. If this ends up working, then I don't care. I'll be happy with it. Okay. So, because realistically, you could have 4 for each. So how can like can I get away with that? Does this rock block the output? No, it doesn't. Okay. So one, two, three, four for the first one, for the right one. One, two, three, four for the left one. And I think that's how I'm going to do this. And what we'll do is do a splitter right here. We'll do a splitter here. And then we'll have two splitters. I'm doing this the wrong way. No, am I not? No. Didn't matter. Just overreacting for no reason. What I could actually do instead with this merger, instead of having it like that, yeah, I could have it face that way. Maybe it would have automatically connected. I don't know. I just want to make sure. But yeah, so we can do it like that instead. We would obviously need to upgrade the to Mark IIs. But then after that, all of these should basically... We don't need to upgrade these anything past Mark 1s. Yeah, obviously they don't have any power, but that's okay. Now, realistically, what I could do to save some space is I could move these back. And then... Are the other ones more forward? Should I do that? Because, like, having... Yeah... Because, I mean, it saves space. There's not really any reason not to do it. Other than, like... Because I don't need... Like, it's not an important part to have them lined up. Like, the only reason I had them lined up was just because it was just easier to figure out where they need to be placed. But yeah, they don't, like, need to be lined up. The only possible issue could be, like... Like that rock over there. That rock could become like a slight issue, but I don't think it will. I think it should be fine. But yeah, if we do like, let's say like something like that, and then we basically move the smelter to like right in front of it, of course. And we do like that, right? Okay. So far, so good. And then do that there, and then, you know, we do the same thing. Move the smelter in front. Okay, maybe those are a little close. Okay, Okay, I might have. Yeah, I think having it back a little bit further might be a better idea. Oh, wait, I'm dumb. It's just because I put the. Just because I put that thing too close. I am big dumb. Dumb dumb. I mean, realistically, it might still be a little too close, but, like, who cares? Okay. You know what we're gonna do instead? We're just gonna do that. Also, this is not. Oh, no, up either. This one lined up. This one is lined up. How did I mess that? How did I get that misaligned? I don't. How did I did it again? Okay. Going great so far. Okay. So basically, we would have this wrap around the back here. And then we would have that over there. That would wrap around that. That goes there. That one goes there, and then that one goes there. And that's basically the gist of this one. Now, now we have to find out whether or not this idea of mine is actually going to work. Because the probability of it actually working is remarkably low. I don't know if you guys knew this, but it is remarkably low. Um, okay, so those would be like that. And we just have to put the smelter down. Right next door. That guy's way too close. Go. Okay, so I think that's done. Other than upgrade conveyor belts. I think that's pretty much done. And good to go. We could do like storage containers, and I could do that, all that good stuff. Um, do I want to? Not really. In terms of the iron ore, like, do I really need storage containers for those for the iron ore? Yeah, not really. I think that's facing the right way. Yeah. It is. Okay. And now we just have to bring over these two. So these two, theirs will be in a bit of an easier spot. I'm just gonna merge them. Actually, the closer I merge them to the splitter, the less work I'm gonna have. Or the yeah, yeah. So if I'm gonna have the splitter like here, like this is like the the main splitter. It's gonna be right there. Then we'll just have like that. And obviously we have the splitter here. I'm stuck on something invisible. So yeah, now we'll go like that. And then we have the merger like up here, roughly. I mean, that's good enough, I would say. It's not pretty, but it works. So I'm happy with it. And then why do these not have any power? That has power. That has power. That has power. These lines are just not connected. There we go. This is still not connected. There we go. Now they're connected. Now I need to do that, and I also need to do that. That. Now we're good. Okay. So, we have 8 smelters going all at the same time. All producing resources. Should be at roughly the same rate. But we're gonna see if that actually plays out. Realistically, I think what I'm gonna have to do is actually upgrade some more stuff. Like upgrade basically everything. Like to actually have like full production and stuff. Well, actually no, this is producing 30 per month. So actually, no wonder that the resources are not. I forgot that they don't do 60 per minute. They do 30 per minute for the iron ore. That's right. It's 120 in total. Huh. Well, I guess it's not the end of the world. We can still make do with what we got. Okay. So I think what I'm gonna do is set up the storage containers, but first I want to set up conveyor mergers. Yeah, this will ultimately be one big storage container. It actually isn't like the end of the world having extra smelters, because then that at least just means that the iron ore isn't backing up. And so we're basically having like more smelters than we need, which, if you wanted to be like 100% efficient, you wouldn't do it that way. But if you want to guarantee that, like, if you want to make if you want to make it as compact as possible, then you obviously wouldn't overdo it on the smelters. But if you want to guarantee 100% efficiency for your resource like production, then I mean, this doesn't seem like such a bad idea. Especially as someone who apparently heavily struggles with making sure that their resource production is 100% all the time. Did I leave that much of a gap? Yeah, I did. Okay. So the reason we're having this go so far forward is because I think instead of having the assembler in this area, I think I'll put it in this, like more in this area. And this will be more, I don't know. Maybe I should actually. I think I got rid of them. Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually gonna hold off on. Gonna hold off on this. I'm gonna leave that as. I'm also just gonna turn down the game sounds because it's kind of annoying me. Um. Okay. Uh, as for for the stuff I want to assemble, I want to do. Where did I put my rotors? Oh, they're right there. I'm doing it the opposite way around. I keep thinking left side is inventory, right side is container, but no, it's the other way around. So obviously I need constructors, and I want to be producing iron rods. So I need iron rods for the screws and all that good stuff. And so to do that, maybe I should go up a floor. Just hear me out. Maybe what I should do is have, instead of going like horizontal, maybe I should be going vertical with my production. That would give me a lot more space at the bottom to expand whatever I need to expand. And I feel like that could be better because it's obviously easier to expand the top floor here than the bottom floor. I think that could work. Not 100% sure, but I think it could. So basically what the plan is to put a yeah, we'll do conveyor lift. We'll have it come up like here. I think that should be good. Come up like this. Now I'm gonna have constructors like here. Okay. And I kind of want to do the same thing. Okay, because for 120, you need to have six. You need to have six of these things down. I would need six constructors. Because 15 times 12, or 15 times 6 is 120. That's just not true. I did the math wrong. I think. Did I? Yeah, I did. That 15 times 6 is 90. So I would need 8. I mean, they only produce actually 60 per minute, the smelters. But I could do 5. I could do 5 constructors. go. So yeah, I mean, it's gonna be the same thing where it's like, sure, it's not gonna be like lately, you know, space efficient, but going to guarantee that we are not going to like underproduce. That's kind of my main goal. Is just to make sure we don't underproduce. Now the constructors do take up a lot of space, so that is a slight issue. Like this, I'm gonna have to like put their stuff, kind of move it. I think. Uh, I have a way of actually getting up there. Not really, other than like this little pathway right here. So yeah, like constructors, I'm planning on having on this floor, and then assemblers on top. And I think that should pretty much be fine if I do it that way. That's at least the idea. So I need to actually get rid of these, make room for the power lines. And it's not the most beautiful thing I've ever heard, well, that's ever been built, but this is the most thought I've ever put into something. Like, I think ever. Okay, not ever, but you get what I mean. This is the most thought I've ever put into, like, a base building or, like, factory building type game. I can confidently say that much. And now we're out of concrete. Yeah, how's the grid doing? Grid is doing fine. I was a little worried, but we'll be fine. Nothing to worry about with the grid. Does this thing have a ladder? It does. Alright, squeeze through. Oh, wait. Yeah, the only problem is actually, like, you know, trying to kind of, like, get up to here. That's the only issue. Other than that, it's mostly. now I don't have enough cable. Gosh, dang it. I'm putting down some of my power lines. I'm using up all my cable. Okay. Oh wait, I put these guys a little too far forward. Okay. We have that kind of put together. Now we can go through and start connecting them to their stuff, their complementary power lines, their respective power lines. And then, yeah, we want to connect it up. This ultimately lead into another storage container. We will use two. And this storage container will have a thing going up to the top as well. I am so far. Actually, I'm not. Actually, I'm not as far away as I thought I was from rebuilding this space up there. Maybe I should just do that. Let me just do that now. You need like 1,500 wires. Actually, I could just go over here. 'Cause we were producing a ton of wire coils. Or copper wire, or whatever it's called. See? Sir, what are you doing? What What are you doing to my conveyor belts? What in the world is I I'm getting out of here. I What is happening? Yeah, I'm leaving. I do not I'm just gonna let him I'm gonna let it yeah, okay. He's getting his freak on. I don't wanna I don't wanna be part of that. Anyways, we can build this. We just can't. There we go. That works. Okay. Now we can build the space elevator. Like how it just throws the resources. Because that totally makes sense. This animation is still so sick to me. Can you imagine that in real life? Like, obviously, this thing is probably fairly impractical to have something actually like this. But if you did have something like this, oh my gosh, that would be so sick. Anyways, let's move on. Moving on. Okay, so we basically need to have similar space to, or similar gaps as to what. That thing is so. Anyway, we need to have similar space to what we have down here. So 4, 4, and then 1. So 9. 9 things of space. Or you just round it up to 10, I think. That should be fine. So if we do like a do, do, and then boom. I did not mean to fall. It was just a little hard to see where I was going. There we go. Now we have a third floor. Now we can put a hole here and then have this go up, and then we'll slowly walk because I can't sprint. And that would be up there. And then that will be where we start producing um our more complex materials. Almost just fell off. So yeah, for sure there's gonna be more, gonna be more difficult trying to go up and down and all over the place. But I think it's gonna be easier to kind of keep things organized if I do it like this. I think this should help out a lot. So this is going to be moving. How much are these producing again? Well, they're producing technically 75. Um, how much does the assembler use for reinforced iron plating? Use 60. Oh wait, we actually. Hold on. I kind of forgot that it's not iron rods that we need for that. Actually, we actually need screws. Huh. Unless I just want to have each level be like for different production. Trying to think of how complicated I want this thing to be. I'm not sure yet. In the meantime, though, I think I'm going to call the video quits. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like on it and subscribe to the channel. It means the world to me. It doesn't cost you guys anything. And yeah, leave some comments on the video for what you guys want me to do, or if you guys have any build ideas, I am definitely open to them. Like if you have some like designs that you're like, oh yeah, you should check out this person's design, or check out this design on Reddit, or check out this design I made. Something like that. If you guys have designs like that or any ideas like that, let me know. Um, but yeah, without further ado, hope to see you guys in the next one, and you guys take care.